Hello, everybody, and welcome to, I think it's episode 20, 19 or 20. I think it's 20. Anyway, I'll count. Chemically bonded, man. Last time, let me show you what happened last time. This right here is what happened last time, boys. This right here, this happened. This was pretty epic. I gotta get that off the screen before demonetization occurs. Anyway, if you can't tell by that picture, we were in the locker room. Naomi came and said, "Hey, please be our boyfriend, you're pretty epic." To which we said, yes, that would be pretty epic. So, we have a girlfriend now, who is Naomi. And I don't know how much longer this is gonna go, because, I mean, there's still things in the encyclopedia and the character list to fill out, but I feel like it's towards the end, you know? Okay, let's see, 18, 19, yes, it is number 20. So, let's go ahead, hop right into things, boys. I'm very excited for this episode. Okay, here we go. Kiss me first. What? I waited for Naomi to finish changing. It's weird to think we're now a couple. It is kind of weird. All of that really seemed like a dream, yet here I am. We ended up going to lessons after all, albeit a little late. Perhaps we enjoyed the walk back to class too much. We held hands. Oh my gosh, dude. I need to hold a girl's hand. Black screen? Oh, there we go. They never did a transition like that before. Kinda shocked me. I'm shocked. Having made it back for and sat through the final lesson of the day, class erupts into a frenzy as usual with the bell marking the end of the day. Funneling various pieces of stationery and scraps of notes into my back, I peer across the room towards the usual spot of a smile sporting girl to instead find her head in her hands. Kiyoko, still sitting at her desk, doesn't seem to be in her usual mood. Oh, dude. What's Kiyoko gonna think when we basically conquered her best friend? This will be interesting. Man, there's gonna be some drama, I feel like. The world moving fastly around her, she sits still like a statue as I make my way towards her desk with concern. Kiyoko, you okay?
I've got a headache. My nerves are burning. Like they're on fire.
That doesn't sound good. Do you want me to take you to the nurse?
No, I'll be okay. I can't miss the club after all.
Oh, dude. What if we're like, hey, we need to go on a date, fuck this club shit? Oh man, I'll feel so bad. Well, she could. She's the captain after all. Chief Scientist Kiyoko Ishikawa and her bumbling sidekick, Markapi, me. Did you inhale too much carbon monoxide?
What? No!
Right. Well, should we be off then? With a nod, Kiyoko agrees silently. Maybe with that headache, talking is too much of a stretch. But seeing her happy face, I can't help but feel she's okay. Heading out into the corridor, the bustling crowd of students surrounding us as we work our way to the labs, Kiyoko trots along in bliss. Even with her headache, she still wants to revel in the joy that is our usual club meeting in the lab, the Science Club, her own creation. Approaching the lab doors, a familiar smile topped off with a familiar set of auburn hair greets us as she smiles diligently. Naomi Sato, now my second half. Oh, that sounds so... Oh my gosh. Waiting patiently for the club to start.
Hey.
Dude, look at that blush, man. Oh my god. It's clear she's nervous, but it's obvious neither of us wants to give away our relationship to Kiyoko yet. It was all so sudden, but still, we're both happy.
Hey, you showed up.
Of course I would.
Skirting her way past Naomi and towards the door, Kiyoko takes the usual honor of sliding them open to reveal the lab inside. Naomi and I now left dwindling outside, together.
Have you told her?
Of course not. What are you doing here anyway?
What? I promised I'd come sometimes, didn't I? I've got a big event coming up I need to train for. I want to spend as much time with Kiyoko and you before I do.
I guess she didn't go through all that effort to not spend time with us like this. Heading inside, Naomi and I joined Kiyoko in the musty, dusty science lab. As much as we use it, it really hasn't changed from the first moment I stepped in here. Except this time, there's 3 of us. Wailing out from nearby, Kiyoko sits upon a stool with her hand upon her head, her face coated in a pained expression as she peers towards the floor. A look of discomfort.
Are you okay?
I've got a headache. My neurons are burning. Like they're on fire.
You can't just reuse your words like that. Then again, if this headache is as bad as it looks, coming up with something new might be a bit painful. Might be a bit of a painful stretch. Are you sure it's not a migraine?
I don't know.
Perhaps we should call the club off. I don't want you to do it if you're feeling like this.
But we're all here. I want to have fun.
We can all have fun next time, right? We're not going to have fun being worried about you. Well, Naomi might. She seems like the type who'd enjoy having to look after Kiyoko. Maybe a bit too much.
It's better to look after your health.
You're right.
Standing up from her stool, Kiyoko gives us an endearing smile as we lead the way out of the club. Our short meeting now over as we join the hustle and bustle of the few students still heading home. It sounds like Naomi and I are going to get some alone time, fellas, is what I'm getting from this. The looming evening sunlight dripping down from above lights the rosy cheeks of the 2 girls standing ahead of me. Naomi peering towards Kiyoko with a look of concern as the brunette scientist continues to rub her forehead, almost as if they'd actually make her headache any better.
You'll be able to make it in tomorrow, right?
I don't know. But I'll try. You 2 should have fun together.
Yes, 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 yes. I think that's what we were planning on doing regardless. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't study too hard, you'll make it worse.
I won't. I'll see you tomorrow too.
Leaving us with a smile, Kiyoko wanders off out of the school gates, her ponytail swaying gently in the breeze, topping off her character as she disappears slowly down the street. With Naomi at my side, it's hard not to notice the occasional glances shot towards us as we idle around together in a small moment of silence. One which is quickly broken by the warmth of our new relationship.
So, I guess it's just us now.
Yeah.
How about we go on?
Naomi pauses. Go on a what?
A date! Jeez!
Lighting up like a beacon, Naomi's cheeks glow a rosy shade of red as she bats her eyes to the side, a typical cliched look of embarrassment, but it's one I've come to love. Her flip-flop personality, brash and insulting to meek and cute, really is captivating. Sure, I'd like that. Okay, boys, this is getting epic. Dude, I feel like we're on cloud 10 right now. Cloud 9 can eat my freaking ass, dude. We have transcended cloud 9. We are on cloud 15.7, in fact. Anyway, let's take a little quick drink break. We've earned it. That is very refreshing. Ooh, man, I feel good. Okay, here we go. Rocking across the rails, the sound of the train wheels skirting across the tracks resonates in my mind. my reflection staring back towards me as I stare at the window across, an auburn-haired girl beside me, blissfully smiling as she peers towards her phone. Despite having been in this situation before, sitting with Naomi on the brief journey into the city, this really is our first date. My first date. It's not like I've been on any others. For it to be with her, the school's idol, it still doesn't seem real. It's safe to say that the dream of being here is certainly common amongst the student body. Given that she kissed me earlier, our relationship really has progressed fast in under a day. I wonder if it was her first...
What's that weird look for?
Well, something's just been on my mind. Was that your first
First what?
kiss?
Why does it matter if it was? Do you feel special or something?
Well, yeah.
That makes me feel a little bit glad, you know?
Just a little bit?
You'll just have to find out. The train's about to stop.
Getting up from her seat beside me, Naomi stretches her hand out towards me, beckoning me to join her. The sight of her smile, sparking fire in my heart as we begin our evening together. Yeah, I bet we're gonna go to that cafe. Oh, look at that. I'm so shocked. Look at me, I was not expecting this. Taking another sip of my drink, the hard wood of the chair meets my back as I lean backwards. Relaxation grips me as I settle into the mellow atmosphere, a small cafe tucked away into the heart of the city.
Thanks for buying the drinks.
Of course, she used the fact that she's now my girlfriend as the excuse. I can't even count how much money I've spent here. Aren't there any other places to go here?
What? I like it here. I don't see you making any other suggestions.
We could always go window shopping.
Not actual shopping?
Well, I haven't exactly got the energy to carry around all your stuff.
Wow, what a shitty boyfriend.
That wasn't very nice. Time to tease her.
I didn't really mean it. It was a joke.
It hasn't even been a day and you've already had enough of me?
No, sorry.
You really don't get sarcasm, do you?
Just finish your coffee and let's go.
I don't think she's happy. I feel like the sunlight's gonna be coming up in a couple of sentences. It's just primed and ready to mention the sunlight. Strolling down the busy streets of the city, our gaze meets the glazed glass of nearby stores. Each of us taking interest in the oddities tucked away from reach, sealed behind a barrier of glass and expense. You know, I always wanted a guitar.
Don't take on too many hobbies. You're already a scientist now as is.
I don't think science and music mix. It's too blinding. Oh, here we go. Carrie, we don't really mention Carrie around here anymore. Our previous girlfriend from Sounds of Her Love makes an appearance. Ooh, this is awkward. Oh man. If you don't know, the person who made this game made a previous game that I've played on this channel called Sounds of Her Love. Check it out if you haven't already. Great playthrough, 12 episodes, amazing. Anyway, this is Carrie, the female love interest of the previous game, and here she is in our game. I like Naomi better though. That's all I gotta say. Eh? Out of nowhere, all three of us burst into shock. 3 of us.
Excuse me? Just what do you think you're doing? Sorry,
Oh, and they're the same voice actors too, which is funny. Interesting, I guess you could say. The girl stepped back, flustered, her braided blonde hair swiftly swaying alongside her movements as her face lights up a shade of rose. She's wearing our uniform.
I was just looking around. Who are you?
I'm Carrie.
Never heard of you.
For a foreigner to be attending our school, especially one so cute, it's a surprise that neither of us know who she is.
Don't.
I bring Naomi to the side. Calm down. I turn to Carrie, still quivering to herself as she's comforted by two strangers. Carrie, what exactly were you doing?
That gramophone, I was looking at it. I've always been interested in music.
Just like the last game. I don't need your life. Hold on. That's rude as fuck. I don't need your life story, bitch.
I'll just go.
See ya.
What is happening? Dude, like, we used to love Carrie. We used to adore her. All my homies hate Carrie now. Fuck Carrie, dude. We are Naomi only. Naomi only. That's our thing now. Dude, I kind of feel bad. Why are we... Naomi's rubbing off on us. We're just being a dick. Is that it? What? That was so rude. It's kind of funny, but man, that kind of, man, that hurts, man. I used to like Carrie. I still do, but man, we got Naomi now. It's okay. Yeah, bullying is cool, I guess. Heading off, the braided girl wanders further down the high street, blending into the crowd as Naomi and I stay behind. Well?
I think I'm ready to head home.
Was that really her only appearance? Let's check the encyclopedia. Wait, we have two things. There should also be... Yeah, so Carrie's there. I guess we'll never see her again, maybe? Okay. That's fine with me, I guess. I guess this date was a success. What an awkward situation, man. Date? Jeez, says Naomi. Where will this be taking us? Wednesday at 12 o'clock. That sounds like lunch to me. Probably gonna train with Naomi, I'm guessing. Maybe we'll see Carrie again. Who knows? Taking a moment to relax as class wraps up for the final time this morning, images of yesterday's date flash in my mind as the reality of the past day begins to sink in.
How about we go on
Go on a what?
a date? Jeez.
Epic flashback. I really am her boyfriend. Despite having just bloomed, our relationship already feels deep as we continue to click with one another. Naomi's outburst, whether aggressive or flustered, seems so natural to me. They're a part of my life. Such a short amount of time and suddenly I'm in a relationship with the school's idol, the track star. It really doesn't seem real. Yet, I can't stifle the smile on my own face, knowing that together, we found happiness in one another, that we like each other. Love. With a spring in my step, I rise from my desk and make my way towards Kiyoko, still sitting at the front of the class. As usual, she fiddles away with something in her slender fingers, this time a cute pink pencil as she spins it around, playing with it like a toy as it brushes across her pale skin. Bored?
No, I'm just hungry. That's all.
Considering it is lunchtime, you getting lunch with us? The friendship between us now flourishing, getting lunch as a trio is something I think we can all enjoy. The giggles shared between the two girls, music to anyone's ears, and warmth to anyone's heart.
About that. I have a few things I have to do. I can't come.
I wonder if she found out about us, about Naomi and I. She seems kind of nervous. Things like what?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a woman questions?
Don't you know asking questions is an aspect of scientific advancement? Covering up her obscure nervousness with a pout, Kiyoko puffs her cheeks and sticks out her lips. their pink surface glistening as the light coats her face from above. It's cute. So you can't come? She nods. All right.
Just have fun. I'll have food later.
Gesturing for me to go, I give her a nod of my own as her once puffed cheeks lifts her lips, their rosy color complementing that of the now warm smile across her face. Leaving her behind, her apparent nervousness stays on my mind as I head out into the corridor. Bustling with life as expected, people span the canteen, bundled with the aura of high school life at its peak. Yet, despite all the people, one familiar set of auburn hair sticks out from the crowd, emerging to meet me at the entrance. Couldn't we have agreed to meet somewhere more discreet?
I don't remember you making any suggestions.
Do you want everyone in the school to know we're dating?
And you don't. What's there to be ashamed of?
Suddenly, the previous timid of being seen together Naomi has become positively bold.
I'd be upset if you were ashamed.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. It's just, you're popular, you know? Things get around.
Come on. I'm not actually mad. In fact, I'm happy. We should keep our love to ourselves.
Love. That same word. Those same feelings. Taking another moment to look over Naomi, this feeling can't be anything other than that. Love.
What are you staring at?
You.
Thanks.
Ooh, nice. You don't want me looking at you?
It's just... I've never really thought of myself as beautiful.
Interesting. Oh, come on. You can't just kill off your narcissistic side and bury it 6 feet under.
Shut up! Anyway, I've got stuff to do at the gym.
I'm stuff. She paused.
I'll be busy training for that event.
What about the club later? Will you be going to that?
Probably not. You'll have to do it without me. Here.
Stretching out her arm, a small bun lies in her grip, her slim fingers gently holding it towards me. A sweet bun?
I bought it for you. I know it's your favorite.
Thanks. Taking it from her, our fingers brush against one another, skin meeting together in a graceful act of gift-giving. As much as it is just a bun, I still can't refrain from smiling as feelings bubble up within me, a sign of our love.
I'll see you later.
Shooting me a smile, Naomi turns away, heading off in her own direction, auburn hair flowing down her back, beautifully as it caresses her figure. A sight of someone special. And we are just jam-packed with transitions. Heading back to see Kiyoko cry. Alright, that's epic. That's what we want to see. We knew this was coming, boys. Heading back into class, I instinctively head towards Kiyoko's desk, seeing that she's now finished with whatever it was she wanted to do during the break. She looks upset. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright. Heading past her, I notice a rosy shade on her cheeks as I head back to my desk. It's concerning. Having had to call the club short yesterday, what with a headache, makes me feel like there's something wrong. But I don't know what that is. We are just chocked full of transitions here. Look at all this. The end of the day bell rings out in a rowdy room, lonely as the sounds of chatter overshadow it. Class is over, as everyone can tell. As it stands, students have a unique ability called phones to scrape away at the number of seconds left before our time to leave is up.
Can you stay behind for a second?
We're every time, man, we want voice number 2. Give us voice number 2. Calling out to me, Mr. Kabir bats me his typical stoic gaze as the sprawl of the class shifts forward and out the doors in its usual manner. I join them, making my way towards him before taking one last stop along the way. I'll see you at the club.
Okay.
As concerning as her behavior is, I'm sure I'll find out the reason for it later at the club. Right now, my focus is on the man at the front of the class as the rest of my cohort leave the room one by one. What is it, sir?
Oh, don't worry. You're not in trouble. I just wanted to congratulate you.
For what? I haven't done anything out of the ordinary.
Well, your grades. They've been improving.
Oh? Perhaps hanging around Kiyoko has made me smarter after all.
Keep it up. I'll see you around tomorrow.
Dude, this is just so creepy, man. Oh, man. Shuffling around some papers on his desk, I take that as my cue to leave. Thanks, sir. Heading out into the corridor, a wave of deja vu washes over me as I take the journey to the club yet again. Kiyoko, a cute and energetic girl, once hidden behind the door as I scoured for a mop and bucket. Kiyoko, a girl hiding her inner feelings with science topped with adorable quips, behind that door yet again as the trouble that faced us are far behind us. Gone in an instant, and the newfound life of two girls ready to replace it, just as things were between them that time ago. I raise my head and smile, taking yet another step towards the doors of the lab. Without this journey, I would never have met them. I'd never have met Naomi. Opening the door slowly, the light of the corridor leaking into the dimly lit lab, I'm greeted by the sight of a girl staring out at the world before her. Kiyoko, nature passing by her eyes, the wind blowing against the leaves as they rustle around, the world spinning before her as she watches it intensely. It's not something I'm used to seeing. Are you all right? Turning around slowly, Kiyoko's hair sways under the ambient light from the window, each chocolate strand catching a ray as they glisten lightly. Her face, now towards me, is frosted with a woeful look as she peers intensely at her shoes. The shade of rose on her cheeks getting deeper as her swirly eyes remain distinctly away from me. Intentionally.
I'm fine.
You sure? You've been acting a little weird all day.
Weird? You could see that, I guess.
Is this about me and Naomi heading off the other day? I know you wanted to have fun with us, but with that headache...
No, it's not about that. It's fine. Well, maybe.
She stops, looking upward towards me with conviction, her chocolate eyes a lot clearer as they stare head on, fighting against the growing blush against her cheeks.
I wanted to thank you.
Haven't you thanked me enough? I mean, I appreciate it, but...
No, I haven't. I really wanted to show you.
Now looking away, Kiyoko's cheeks fall deeper under their blossom trance as she continues to blush. Obviously embarrassed at this point as she stands with the world behind her.
You've helped me a lot.
With Naomi?
It's not just that. You know about the labeling theory?
Can't say I do. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. The labeling theory is a sociological term stating that people come to identify with and behave in ways that reflect how others label them, In Kiyoko's case, people thought of her as reserved, shy, and smart, leading them to believe that she preferred isolation or viewed socializing as unnecessary, that she was different to everyone else. However, Kiyoko was just a normal girl with feelings like everyone else, trying her hardest to live her life and be happy. Well, gosh darn. I'm not familiar. I didn't just read my encyclopedia. Turning to the side, Kiyoko peers down towards the floor as her eyes continue to glisten, emotions welling up inside her under the warm evening light.
People, they thought I was smart, gifted, reserved, and shy, but it's not really like that. I try my hardest. I'm just a normal girl.
Standing with a glossy look in her eyes, Kiyoko turns towards me once again, now exposing the embarrassed features plastered across her face. A deep red blush, teeth pressed into her lips as she tries to suppress her more than obvious quivering.
Just like anyone else, I have feelings too. That's why I wanted to thank you. I never spoke to anyone after that race. All my friends were gone. School wasn't fun until you came along. You were that friend I needed.
Man, you got a Markapisu feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. Gosh darn. Lifting her head up, Kiyoko's chocolate eyes glisten as they point towards me. Her small cheeks draped further with rose as the sound of her breathing makes its way across to me.
I love you.
Well, fellas, I'm going to call that episode there. This will be interesting. It is interesting already, but interesting next episode with these whole new developments of that confession. Oh, caught me off guard, kind of. I mean, yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming. Finale next episode, probably, based on the 3-act structure and 21 divided by 7 equals 3. I sure hope so if I said that and I'm wrong, but I feel like my timetables are pretty good. Anyway, since this was episode 20, next is 21. In all likelihood, it will be the finale next episode. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Go ahead, do me 4 favors. Like, a comment, and a subscription would be epic. And as always, help me find a girlfriend, and bye-bye.